What's up, y'all? Welcome back. Want some? You got some? Go ahead, drink it. Good. There's more. It's supposed to be cherry Sprite, but I think it's regular Sprite. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Tiffany, hence the name of my channel, Hey Nurse Tiff. It is March the 1st. Welcome back to my subscribers and any new followers. Thank you for the love and support. My name is Tiffany. I am a mom of 3. I have a son that's 11, a daughter that's 7, and one daughter that is about to be 9. I'm also a registered nurse in the state of Virginia and a student at WGU University. But today is March the 1st. I did get my hair done a few days ago, maybe about a week ago, and I tried a style, y'all. This is my first time getting a little style. I don't know how I look in the back because I've been holding it up. I thought this was cute. What'd you say, babe?
I said show it in the back so when you're watching it, you see it.
Yeah, I showed it in the back. I don't know if parts are sticking up. But anyway, guys. Okay, it's Tuesday, March the 1st. Happy new month. New money, new blessings, new manifestations. I'm excited. I did get my nails green for March, and today was one of my first days off. I am currently an inpatient case manager within a hospital as a registered nurse. This is a leadership position or administrative. How my recruiter told me, it's a high qualified position. I had no clue about this position. I was just thinking about it today and just feeling so blessed because there are so many avenues you can take being an RN. And I just was thinking about how everything transpired. We're here in a new month. I'm feeling better going through this process and this journey and the start of the new year. Very optimistic at the start of the year, starting school and this position. Friday, March the 4th will be my last day of training. Finally, though I'm a little bit nervous about being on the floor by myself. However, I'm ready as I'll ever be, and I also have the help around me with my co-workers, whoever's working my weekend shifts. I'll be doing Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. That's what my schedule is looking like so far. As far as school, I'm currently in the class of statistics, and that's it right now. Until March 31st, I'll be done with this math class. So I've just been sporadically trying to get my schedule together. One thing I was preparing for was me being out of training so many days out of the week and going to my real schedule where I would have 4 days off and work 3 days, because it's very vital for me to get my assignments done, to have time and basically follow my plan of my studies to stay on track with everything. And statistics is not hard, but I really do have to wind down, get my thoughts together, and then get my head in the game as far as doing math problems. I saw that there's like a test, so that gave me a little bit of anxiety, but I'm getting through it. What else? So Monday, I worked the weekend. I worked at 12 on Saturday. And then on Sunday, I thought I had to do a 12, but because I had class on Monday and I have to go back to work on Friday instead of the 4 days off, I did an 8 on Sunday. I actually went in at 7 o'clock thinking I was working from 7 to 7 or 7 to 7:30 if they include a lunch break. However, I look back at my original schedule that I had and it said I was only working 8. So I did get off on Sunday at 3:30, and then Monday I had class from 9:30 to 4. In that class, we had to present one of our cases of a patient that we have went through all the steps that we learned in training as far as interviewing the patient for whatever care they need or discharge planning, starting that from the interview process to discharge. However, my cases that I'm seeing now, being on the weekends, is basically all discharges. So I kind of meet the patient at a different level. Whatever my coworkers may work up to, then I'm basically finishing the rest of their work if the patient could go on the weekends. My camera's about to die, so I'm gonna change that out. And okay, I switched out my battery. So where did I leave off? So on the weekends, what I am learning is that I'm doing all discharges. So I'm basically finishing up what my coworkers have done throughout the week, and or doing new interviews if someone has been referred or triggered to our department, as they say. But my class on Monday was very informative. We did have to take a test. I'm currently still going through training because I have to get accredited or certified in Medicaid screening for patients. And what that entails is it's a lot of insurance knowledge that I'm going to be grasping along the way. So they kind of quiz us or test us, and the instructor basically explained to us that if I was like if we were like travelers or something like that, we're supposed to have this common knowledge. But since we are coming at a novice level or entry level for this position, not entry level, but basically some people haven't done case management. Some people like myself, I've done case management in the home health field, basically coming in new to the department. So they're basically, we're testing our knowledge of what we know, what we don't know, and where we can get help along the way as far as in this process of training. Still the same feedback from the staff and educator that it's going to take about 6 months to kind of get the flow of the job and a year to like learn the system and everything. So it's like a slow but steady process, and knowing a lot of things at one time, or like just pulling it in and spitting it out at certain times. So it's a journey. I'm getting through it. I'm excited along the way. I'm very cheerful. I'm excited to go to work. So I feel like this is a good position for me, and I feel like I'm going to be in it for a while, long term. And I really enjoy the hospital that I'm at. The culture at that hospital is just, you can be walking down the hall and the person that's cleaning to a physician or a tech or, you know, a greeter or anybody in the hospital, like when you walk past, they are greeting you. They're saying hello, hope you're having a good day, or cracking jokes along the way like, hey, how you doing? And it's just a joy to not have to be in not to be in like a hostile environment or chaotic environment. It gets crazy. I mean, some of the cases that we see or the things that we have to plan around, it's just like, wow. But we are there to be assistants to those that are leaving home. The goal is to prevent readmission in the hospital and basically come up with a good discharge plan for them. However, some people do readmit We got to get down to the root cause of what's causing them to come back to the hospital. Is it, you know, a lack of knowledge, medication compliance, lack of resources in the community, them not having a primary care physician, them not knowing, well, I guess that's like medication management as well, but them not knowing what medications they take and what they're for, what's the meaning behind it, instead of like pills that your doctor prescribed you and you're just like, I'm tired of taking them. Or even their background, if it's a psych issue, behavior problem, so on and so forth. It's like so many things jumbled in one, so you kind of never have the same patient, you never have the same situation or case. They may have the same insurance but a different diagnosis, so on and so forth. So you are like going non-stop as far as thinking, critically thinking, and bringing everything to, what can I say, just bringing everything together to come up with that good plan. So right now, kids are in the bed. One is actually sleeping in my bed right now, but dinner, they played outside with their neighborhood friends for a little while, shower, bathed, dinner, and kind of in there jamming. So I'm always the last one to wind down and get settled or take a shower. So that's all I'm doing right now. I will be looking at some of my modules for statistics. I can never, I'm tongue-tied, y'all, but that's what I'm doing now. It's only 7:52, but I think they had a long day. Oh, so y'all, I had class on Monday. Now, before I started this position, I was in a long-term care facility that I hated going to work there. It was a horrible experience. Nurse bullying, anything that you can think of, it was happening. So I quickly got out of the position. I resigned. I gave me my 2 weeks notice. However, I knew a sister facility that was in the area, and I had previously signed up for like PRN shifts, and it's basically like a charge nurse position, whatever unit, long-term, short-term, skill, wherever they need to have you at. So I applied there after a short break from the previous long-term care, and then I took like a, basically I probably left one place November before Thanksgiving, and then I started training there. I basically reapplied to the other place, the sister facility, got hired on the spot, of course, it's PRN, came in for training the next day, came in for orientation the next day, and then I started like some training, and then I picked up some shifts maybe for about like 2 to 3 weeks here and there. So it was good money, and they got paid every week. So I basically made some extra Christmas money around that time. And then when the kids' Christmas break started, I basically didn't go back. I just enjoyed that time. My mom came in town for Christmas and just relaxed for real, like took a mental break. And then, okay, so my adventures of yesterday, because today is only Tuesday, I get my days like mixed up because I'm remembering so many different schedules, especially with my kids. Like tomorrow they have an early release. I have to remember that while I'm not going anywhere tomorrow. I kind of did my runarounds today. But so yesterday I had class, but background story, I'm still like PRN at one of the long-term care facilities because I left a bad one applied for the hospital, got a call back from the recruiter for the position that I'm in now. I had 5 interviews set up. Some were floor nurses or bedside nurses within the hospital. I chose the case management one. So I basically went for my interview like the week of Thanksgiving, probably, like maybe that Monday. And then they were saying that I would hear back from them after Thanksgiving. However, the manager pushed everything forward. She asked me could I come back the next day, and I think I said this in another video. So long story short, I still was PRN at this nursing home. So they've always been calling me the whole time, but since I started at the hospital, my schedule has been so busy, and I'm not into like overexerting myself or pushing myself to the limit just for some coins. I feel like if I'm gonna be exhausted, I'm not even gonna enjoy the money I make. It's not gonna be worth it, like my rest and my time for that. So basically they have been calling me to see if I could do any shifts. I haven't been there since before the kids' Christmas break started, and I had class yesterday from 9:30 to 4 after doing that 12 and that 8. So I had class from that time, and then while I was in class, the director of nursing of the PRN job asked me could I pull a 7 to 11 shift. So I thought about it for a second, and I was like, you know what, I really do kind of want to go back to the bedside to see if I would want to do it. Okay, y'all, at my PRN job, they want you to wear gray scrubs, but of course you can basically wear anything. But I'm gonna wear my fig set, and I did get a call back from the scheduler, and the bonus is $175. Sounds like it's worth it for the 4 hours on top of the pay. So it's a good little piece of change for my time. So I'll catch up with y'all in a few. I would do it if I have to, like, especially like taking care of my kids. Anytime I plan on doing something to make some extra money, then I have a game plan. Just like when I picked up the shifts before Christmas, like the kids had a great Christmas. They got everything they needed or wanted and more. So I just kind of plan out my finances a certain way, and if I really am not hurting for anything, then it's no reason to, like, I'm not gonna be greedy, if that makes sense. So she asked me could I do this 4-hour shift, and I thought about it, and I was like, you know what, I get out of here at 4, I can go home, get the kids together, get a sitter for a little bit longer in the afternoon, and just go back to work and work these 4 hours. Listen, that was the longest 4 hours, just because I'm in a different setting now. And listen, I've had humble beginnings. Like, I remember the struggle, and it's just that you see how far you've come in certain situations. It's like, I really have moved up. So I was willing to help out and, you know, get the extra money for those 4 hours. But just being at the bedside, I think I was on the long-term side of the facility, so it wasn't bad, but I can't recall how many patients I had, but it was a full house because they've been there. They're not going anywhere. These are the people that's been there forever. A few were on hospice, but it was like a heavy med pass. And if you're a nurse and you out here hustling, like the hospital, I think the girls are saying they might have like 5 patients, 6 patients at the most. And then, you know, like ICU, they might have less than that. But long-term care, you're like having a whole floor. So I do not miss that at all. And it just made me more thankful for the position I'm in now, and it was the longest 4 hours. Like, by the time this shift was over, and just from me being up at 5 o'clock in the morning anyway and pushing it to 11, it was just like, okay. So I came home. I probably stayed over a little bit because the unit manager came in to relieve me. I was kind of helping her through where I was at, gave her the report, counted the narcotics and everything, and I left probably like 12 something. It was just little stuff like get to a certain patient and realizing they have a tube feed that was supposed to start, and them not having the material, so I'm going from each unit to get help to see like, hey, what's the code to this? How do I get in the storage supply? It was just like, my feet was hurting from them little 4 hours. So I was just like, I don't know, girl, but I'm just thankful. That it really made me thankful in a nutshell. So I don't know, but we're just winding down. I'll probably be looking at some of my assignments until I feel tired. It's still only 8 o'clock, or I just may get into bed early. I'm gonna start my day off earlier at like 5 something, and when I get the kids on the bus, then I would just be going through my things, especially because they have a early release tomorrow. But that's all we're doing on March 1st. I did do my girls' nails because I had got my nails done too today while they were at school. I got my nails done, and then I also got my car washed and like cleaned out. They didn't do the, like, I need a full detail on my truck, but they did a good enough job to like clean like the little dust on the floor and everything, and the outside looks good. So I was happy about that. And I also got Waffle House breakfast, even though they semi messed up my order, but I have some leftovers for that, and I'll eat that for breakfast tomorrow while I'm diving into these assignments, because I have like 7 modules. They are lengthy, but I do want to get into the bulk of my problems, because also at WGU, the good thing is, and I don't know if it's like throughout the whole program, but it may be, I don't know if it's like for my first semester, and I'll clarify, but basically you have a mentor, and she's been calling me every Tuesday since I started just to chit chat. It may be a 5 or 10 minute conversation, but they're basically checking in to see like how you're doing. Do you need any help? Do you need to be directed to any type of resources? Any questions, comments, concerns? And they do a follow-up call. So I arranged my weekly call to be for Thursday afternoon. So I want to get a bulk of some things done so I can report back to her what I have done, and if I run into any issues or problems, then we can talk about it then. So that's the main thing. I'm glad it's early, and I will check in with y'all unless I'm doing something else that I can show y'all. But that's just the update right now, that I pushed through those shifts. I picked up a 4-hour shift at my PRN position, and your girl is winding down right now. This is like my quiet time. I cannot rest until they are together and the house is quiet. So sometimes I'm a night hawk, depending on if I've drunk coffee. I actually didn't even have any coffee today. Wow. But that's about it.
Hey y'all, so this is me and my girls. I had got my nails done earlier today, so they wanted me to paint their nails. This is like a kit that we got off of Amazon with the LED lights and the gel nail products. It actually worked pretty good. It has the LED lights, so it like seals the nail polish on, because when we do paint at home and then they get in the bath, it kind of peels off. So this actually stayed on for about almost a week. So we do this often, sometimes if they want me to paint their nails. So I set everything up. I use the slide out part of my desk and set it up like a little nail shop. So after they got their bath and everything, this was our quality time together, me and the girls.
You want glitter?